Then the same day, at evening, being the first day of the week, when the doors were shut, where the disciples were assembled for fear of the Jews, came Jesus, stood in the midst, and saith unto them, Peace be unto you. John's gospel comes to us with 21 chapters, 879 verses, 19,099 words in its entirety. Have you ever been behind a closed door, shut in by fear, shut in by uncertainty, shut in by grief, shut in by sorrow, shut in perhaps by grief or guilt? And that's where we find the disciples in John's Gospel, chapter 20. The doors were locked. Their hope has been shaken. And they're not sure, Brother Claude, what to do next. But there's good news. Somebody shout, good news. Jesus does not wait for them to come out. He rather steps in. Have I got a witness? And when the Lord steps in, he brings peace. When he steps in, he gives purpose. And when he steps in, he gives power. Now, to have peace in a locked room simply means, if you can relate to this, one can find comfort, one can find peace, although you are isolated. You can find peace although you are confined. And so the scene of our text moves from the pre-dawn hours to the evening of the same day. The disciples were locked in and they were overcome with fear in spite of what Peter and John had seen and in spite of what Mary had just said to them. And somewhere, somehow, miraculously, instantaneously, the Lord appears. He shows up and he greets them with a holy word, shalom. He greets them and says, peace be unto you. And before they can say good morning or good evening or how you been or where you been or where you come from, he shows them his hands. And he shows them the wounds in his side. And these fearful believers, these fearful disciples had to grasp that the same Jesus who just died the other day, this same Jesus, they just put him in a tomb, is now alive and standing in the room. Now in their mind, the doors being shut, the doors being locked protected them to some extent against Jewish authorities who they thought perhaps want to do to them what they had done to Jesus.